We know you have this 200-year head start.
That
we know
doesn't
we've
matter, bro.
sabotaged
You don't have
from,
nothing to do with. You don't have nothing to do with that.
Oh,
You don't have nothing to do with
I thought
that.
you said one at a time.
You don't have nothing to do with that.
Today's video, Brandon Tatum, a former police officer and conservative commentator, engages with a group of Black Lives Matter activists at a Turning Point USA event. He challenges prevailing narratives around race, systemic racism, and personal responsibility in America. Tatum argues that, despite America's painful history regarding Black Americans, today they have access to unparalleled opportunities to succeed and build wealth, emphasizing that personal choice and responsibility are key to progress. On the other hand, the activists contend that historical injustices and systemic barriers continue to disadvantage the Black community, advocating for reparations and broader societal support to address these gaps. The conversation touches on controversial topics like the American dream, reparations, victim culture, and economic inequality, prompting viewers to ponder whether success in America is about opportunity or overcoming oppression. Check it out.
No countries in Africa, no countries in Europe, you can name it. Everybody started at a certain point, and it became greater
You
over
didn't
time.
answer my question.
Ever since you've been alive, America has been the greatest it's ever been.
You think so?
100%, brother. You can name somewhere else that's better than America. And why don't you live there?
I'm not sure.
I know you're not sure because they don't exist.
Were they?
Show me somewhere else that's as diverse as America. Anywhere.
As diverse?
That's as diverse.
What does diversity mean if people are
Opportunities
being
for
discriminated
all
against?
people. Show me another country that give opportunities for all people like America.
Do you think we have the same opportunity as everybody else, as Black people?
Yeah, 100%.
With a 200-year economic head start on us and no
What's stopping
reparations?
you now? Aren't you at this university?
Yeah.
You're at the university just like all these white people. How's that any different?
Brandon Tatum asserts that America today offers unmatched opportunities for success, regardless of race, believing that anyone willing to work hard can thrive within the current system. Drawing from his own life story, Tatum shares how he rose from humble beginnings in Texas to become a successful commentator and former police officer. He uses his personal journey as proof that hard work and perseverance can lead to success for Black Americans. He argues that while the U.S. has a history of inequality, it has evolved to provide equal opportunities, especially through education and professional pathways. In his view, focusing on individual responsibility and strategic decisions is the best path forward for any American striving for economic and social advancement. In contrast, a Black Lives Matter activist presents a different perspective, emphasizing that historical injustices, such as slavery and Jim Crow laws, along with systemic discrimination, have left Black Americans at a significant disadvantage. He argues that these injustices have created a 200-year head start for white Americans, entrenching a wealth gap that continues to hinder Black communities today. This legacy of inequality, the activist contends, makes it far more challenging for Black Americans to achieve the same level of economic and social success as their white counterparts. He believes that acknowledging and addressing these systemic issues is essential for creating genuine equality, arguing that ignoring these disadvantages perpetuates racial inequities in America.
What the f is not stopping us from making money?
You
What
go to the
fuck do
same
you
university as
mean?
all these white people. How you got a different?
Exactly.
You said what? Excuse me?
We're in debt.
That's
That's
is
our
your
fault. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, right?
Okay,
We were never given boots to begin with.
Let's start with this. I actually went and graduated from a university. So I'm not a guy that didn't go to college. I had a full scholarship, so I didn't pay for school in my undergrad. Graduate school, I paid for out of my pocket, and you can't. Or
Where you from?
well, I'm from Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Dunbar High School.
Fort Worth,
right
Texas.
in the hood and stop 6. Right in the hood and stop 6. How did I get to this point if America's against me?
Did everybody in your neighborhood get to that point?
Well, different choices. There's a lot of people in my
Where your
neighborhood that
childhood
made it
friends
out
at?
because they made better choices. I could have sold drugs. I didn't. Why?
What do you-
Because I wanted something.
Brandon Tatum emphasizes the power of personal agency, advocating that individual responsibility and strategic decision-making are essential for overcoming adversity and achieving success. He argues that narratives portraying Black Americans primarily as victims of systemic oppression undermine self-empowerment and limit potential. Tatum points to prominent figures like Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry as examples of individuals who rose from challenging backgrounds to build significant wealth and influence. He underscores his belief that anyone can achieve success is key to personal and community advancement. On the other hand, a student and Black Lives Matter activist counters that while individual choices do matter, they are often heavily constrained by systemic issues that disproportionately affect Black Americans. He argues that factors such as inadequate education, disadvantaged neighborhoods, and the effects of generational trauma limit opportunities and access to resources, making it challenging for Black communities to advance without external support. According to this perspective, structural barriers create an uneven playing field, making self-empowerment more difficult. The activist believes that without remedies or societal interventions, many Black Americans remain at a disadvantage, regardless of their individual choices.